You are currently working on a new book called The New Mayflower. Where did the inspiration for this book come from, and how do you want this book to impact its readers?
The inspiration for the book has been kind of developing over a lot of years, I think, but it came to a head for me after the 2012 presidential elections when Barack Obama was reelected. And I need to describe something up front here. I'm not against progressives at all as people. And I think progressives are wonderful people, and I have a lot of friends who are progressives who I love and admire and respect. But I don't think progressive philosophy is working for America. And when our country elected Barack Obama to a second term, and he's obviously the most liberal and progressive president we've ever had in America, and when things were going so badly in the economy, and to re-elect him, it represented a tipping point for me in my own mind about where our country's at and what we need to do. And so that was kind of the inspiration, is look at where are we? And when I surveyed the country and I looked, say for example, our schools are performing at or near the bottom of all industrialized countries. It's not going very well. Our national debt is completely out of control, and most people understand that. Our politics are very dysfunctional. It's hard to do anything constructive in Washington. It all falls apart. When you look at the business climate in America, it used to be the envy of the world, and now you can't hardly pick up the paper. I read the paper every day, and on just about every day you read about the United States government taking some kind of new action against businesses here in the country. So we have a regulatory environment and a legal environment that is just hostile to business here in America. And wherever I look, it looks like we are not doing good. But we suffer from this bias of normalcy where we're used to thinking about the United States as being such a good country and doing so well and being a leader in the world, that we keep this intellectual momentum of thinking of the country in those terms. And of course we love our country. We want it to do well, so that kind of adds to the bias. We want to keep thinking of the nation as doing well, but it's not doing well. And it's not doing well by any measure. And so that's what this book is about, is we need to take some radical action to refound America on the Constitution. No one wants to take any action that's going to take us away from the Constitution to some unknown system of government or to some socialist system of government or anything like that. We need to refound the country. We need to refound the country on the Constitution, and we need to get back to the founding principles. And this is a pathway, a peaceful pathway for how to do that.
Very nice. Very good. Give us an idea of where you see our nation going in the future.
It's kind of scary, because if we keep going down the current path, kind of the status quo, we keep thinking we can tweak things around the edges, and we keep kind of progressing in a political realm where conservatives are cast as extremists, when conservatives are kind of the ones who are just fighting for the Constitution and for some fiscal sanity, then I don't think things are going very good at all. I don't think I'm very optimistic about the country. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way I view it. If, however, we're able to take some kind of action to reestablish some constitutional principles that kind of puts the federal government back into a proper scope of authority and lets the state governments and the people kind of reestablish their independence, then I think we can be optimistic. But I don't think we can be optimistic until something, a pretty significant change of course takes place.